Calculate significance is compliance software for a specific operational decision. Computes change significance scores based on regulatory impact and scope. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. The problem is that compliance teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Calculate significance narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. Calculate significance starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include regulatory impact severity, financial exposure, affected entities, control gap, and remediation complexity. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate the base impact score by combining regulatory impact severity and financial exposure with standard industry weights 60% regulatory, 40% financial, normalizing financial exposure to a 0-10 scale. Calculate the scope adjustment factor based on the number of affected entities and the annual frequency of similar changes using a logarithmic scaling to reflect diminishing returns of widespread impact. Calculate the control deficiency penalty by applying the control gap percentage to a complexity multiplier, low 1.0, medium 1.5 equal to 0 to account for remediation difficulty. Calculate the final significance score by multiplying the base impact by the scope factor and adding the deficiency penalty, then capping the result at 100 points to maintain scale consistency. And determine the risk level category based on the significance score, low 0-29 points, medium 30-69 points, high 70-94 points, critical 95-100 points. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how compliance teams actually make decisions. Calculate significance returns structured outputs such as significance score, base impact, deficiency penalty, risk level, and significance score buildup. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of calculate significance is not just automation. It is a controlled way to turn repeated compliance work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.